What's up guys, PS Rants, back with another video. And before we get into the video, I'd like to thank you all for 100 subs. It means a lot, and let's keep going and we'll only get better. Also, before we get into the video, I'd like to give a shout out to my guy FUT Info. He posts some good football edits and news about football and some skills and goals about certain players. So to get into the video, our topic is Our topic is Atletico against Leipzig today. The winner was Leipzig 2-1. To talk about the game, I thought that Atletico Madrid had their tactics horribly wrong. I think they didn't play the right attack. I think Morata and João Felix should have played. I think they looked the best players on the field when they did come on, especially João Felix. I think he had a immediate impact, obviously driving at players and forcing the penalty and then getting his goal. And I think Morata was also good. I think Diego Costa had a terrible game. I think Diego Costa was pocketed by Upamecano, who had one of the best games of his life, probably the best, and he was outstanding. But I think that the physical approach with Llorente and Diego Costa up top wasn't the best, because them two were never going to get past the three center halves that Leipzig had up top at the back. And I just think that when João Felix and Morata came on, everything looked a bit more positive. They were driving at the defenders, actually causing them issues. And Leipzig were on the ropes, obviously. It was looking towards Atletico's way after João Felix's goal. But to talk about the first half, I think it was quite even. I think it was, pretty end-to-end. It was quite an exciting game for me as a neutral point of view. But I think Atletico in general just got the tactics wrong. I think with Thomas Partey out with an injury, I think having Herrera in, I think that was a bit of a blow for Atletico. I think Herrera was quite non-existent. I think Yannick Carrasco had a brilliant first half. I think he was really driving at players, and he was their only positive point for Atletico. I think Leipzig had some good-looking attacks. I think they were playing quite decently well, and they were probably a bit better in the first half. They're probably looking like they were the more dangerous team at the start of the game in the first half. But then going into the second half, obviously, they got a quick goal with Dani Olmo getting on the score sheet. I think that was quite good for Leipzig. I think they needed that goal, and I think that quite helped them a bit. I think then it went to the point where it was pretty end-to-end. I think Atletico Madrid were just pushing men forward in hopes of getting a goal since came the 60th minute. After the 60th minute, they were pretty much just pushing men forward and trying to get the goal. And that's when I think João Felix was looking to be their best player, as proven. But I think in the midfield, I think Sabitzer and Campbell ran it. I think they played really well. Also, the defense played quite well. I think Upamecano, for me, was my man of the match by a mile. He was out of this world. You can see why so many big clubs wanted him. Unfortunately, not unfortunately for him, but he did sign a 3-year contract like a week ago, so he won't be going anywhere anytime soon. But he was outstanding. He was physical. You would probably think Diego Costa might have the edge on him in the physical part of the game, but not a chance for Upamecano. He was just bodying him. He was great with the ball, dribbling the ball forward. His distribution was on point, and he was my man of the match. So to expand a bit more on it, so that was pretty much how it went. Atletico Madrid were a bit disappointing for their standards. You'd expect they'd do a bit better with the talent they have. And for Simeone, if you're spending the money you have and you have that much quality on your bench, I don't see why you're signing these players if you expect them to just be defensive type players. Like João Felix is an expensive player, and I could see him excel at a different club. You can't quite ask him to do the defensive job, because that's how Atletico play, but that's not how João Felix and Alvaro Morata would play. They're not defensive attackers. They need to be in a further forward in up the field where they can get the ball and really take on players. So I think that's where Atletico Madrid failed today. I think Leipzig had a great game in general. I think they need the attackers, because I think Poulsen had a decent game holding up play and distributing the ball, but I think in the final third he wasn't good enough with his end product. Same with the likes of Dani Olmo. I know he got his goal, but him and Nkunku and Poulsen weren't quite producing much going forward and really giving Leipzig a better chance of winning the game, because I think if they had a better attack, they could have easily finished the game a lot quicker. So that's where maybe the loss of Timo Werner might have been tough for them, but it's okay because obviously they won the game. So yeah, my man of the match obviously is Upamecano, but if I were to choose one for Atletico Madrid, it would be João Felix. I think he really changed the game for Atletico, getting the goal, but obviously Leipzig won. So anyways, guys, that's my review on the match with Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. Hopefully Leipzig, as the exciting team they are, can go and push on forward in the Champions League and really win in other games. So I guess that's my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys once again for 100 subscribers. PSA Rant out.